Let us first understand the first two words, that is history and sources. What is history? History simply means the study of the past events. Let me explain this with some examples. Take your first birthday, take your first day at school, the time you learn to ride a bike. These are all moments in the history of your life. The second that something is in the past, it becomes part of history. So the day you learn to ride your first vehicle, that is something that is the past today. The past, we can say that the past is made up of all the time and events that have already gone by. Same way, if you look at how man evolved on earth, or how man evolved from apes, how people used to live in the past, what they first ate. We know that man first ate by killing animals. Then they learned to eat fruits that were grown. Then they learned farming. Then they learned about the fire, etc. And today, if you see how we eat, how we live, etc., we can see that there is a history behind everything that has taken place. So we can say again that history is the study of change over time. Now again, from where do we come to know about all this past? Something that took place many years ago. How do we come to know about this? We learn about it from the remains which people of that time have left behind. Archaeologists and historians study these remains and they tell us what might have happened in the past. They look at the clues, which may be a piece of writing, a wall painting, some broken pots, toys, ornaments, all these things found, from excavations. From this, they slowly put together the history of that period, and it is these sources from where we get to know about the history of that place. Now we receive newspapers in the morning which give us details about the various incidents that are happening around us. Let us take the present scenario of coronavirus. We are reading a lot about it all over the newspaper. Today it is a few months since it has spread around the world. We have been reading about where the virus started, different countries trying to understand from where exactly it is emerged and how it emerged, what are the precautions that can be taken. We are seeing reading about the various vaccines that are put into test. Okay, now all this in the next year, these will become the past for the world. We will recall the same date and place next year, that is, we'll read about it in the newspaper with pictures and details about the virus. You might recall how your schools had closed down, you didn't have to give exams, and how life was with lockdown being into effect, right? So all this has the past for you, and you will be recalling the same things next year, what you were doing at home, how you were spending your time. Again, if you recall, in between we also had two lovely actors who died. Now the TV and newspapers, etc., were all showing a lot about their past. They gave us an insight of many things about the actors which we might not have otherwise known. Now why do we need to know? We come to understand about their struggles. We come to know that every field we feel, oh, he's an actor, he's got lots of money. No, but actually, what are the struggles? What did he go through? How did he rise to an actor? The steps that he went through, his life, etc. Right? So we can say that newspapers help us know about our history. Now let us have a look at this picture. You can see that There are some pots, what you call utensils. You have some tools, various tools are found. You can see a stamp, you can see coins, you can see some seal also. Now what are these? These are pictures of old things found from the excavations by archaeologists from some old historical site. Okay, now before we go into these sources, these are your sources of history. Okay, this is from where you get to know about the history of that site, particular site. Now before we go into that, let us first understand that there are two sources of history. First one is archaeological sources. These are direct evidences and cannot be altered by human beings. Under this you have these are man-made, okay, and these cannot be altered. Like for example, you have the pots, you have the tools, you have the seals, etc. And in this chapter you'll have inscriptions, vessels, ornaments and tools. We are doing these. Okay. Second source of history is literary sources, which are handwritten records of the past in the form of books called manuscripts. We'll go into the detail of that later. But at present, for you, it is important to know that sources of history are divided into two. Number one, archaeological sources, and the second, literary sources. Okay, in my next slide, I have put up two questions and their answers, which I would like you to note down in your notebooks. So going on to the question answers. Question number one, why do we need to study the past? Answer, we need to study the past because history records the past as chain of events right till the present time. Hence, our present is shaped by events of the past. The past has a lot of effect on how the world around us exists at present. Hence, to understand the present, we must study and understand the past. Question number two, what are the two sources of history? Answer, the two sources of history are archaeological sources and literary sources. Monuments, inscriptions, vessels, ornaments, tools, coins are examples of archaeological sources, whereas manuscripts, which are handwritten records in the form of books, are literary sources. I hope you have copied them down in your book. So now let us go to the next activity, which is given in your textbook. It says make a scrapbook of old articles, paintings and photographs gathered from various newspapers and magazines in your school or town, village, library. Now, of course, it's not possible to go to the school or the town, village or library, but I think today we are in the internet age, so we can download it from the net itself. Before we go further, first of all, what is a scrapbook? A scrapbook is simply a book of blank pages, okay, for sticking cuttings, drawings or pictures in it and giving a short description about it. So first of all, before we go further, let me make it very clear to you. You have to show me your scrapbook when the school reopens. So you needn't be in a hurry. Okay, you have ample time. What you can do is buy a blank unruled book, or you can use a blank A4 size pages. They can be white or colored. That's totally up to you. Which are of course thick, and otherwise you can use colored chart papers and make it into a book. Okay, you can do some hand binding or something like that, give it a personal touch. Then collect pictures of old articles, photographs, etc., which you can download from the net, and stick them and write a few lines about it, whatever it is. If it's a photograph of some fort, say stepwell you have taken, you can stick a picture of the stepwell and write a few lines on it, which you can get from the net itself today. Okay, everything is easy now. So now by making a scrapbook, you will be having a collection of the past events. Okay, so this is why this activity has been given to you. so that you understand how the past events are kept in manuscripts. Once again, I'm repeating, you can show me your scrapbook again when the school reopens and we will show around in the class. Now, the textbook talks of another word, that's a Millennium Gallery. What is this? This is a collection of all the events that took place in the 20th century, and it was published in December 2000 with the various articles, the photographs, dates, etc. all that took place in the 20th century. Okay? We saw that the early humans were initially hunter-gatherers. They lived life by hunting and gathering food. They moved frequently from one place to another. Then you have the Stone Age, which is divided into three: Old Age, Middle Age, and New Stone Age, where we see that early humans made tools of stones. The discovery of fire was made. They started painting on the walls. Early humans became then food producers. During the New Stone Age, they domesticated animals. There was the invention of the wheel, and they began to make pottery. So as you see, as time went on, changes started coming. Now from where we are getting all this information, that which are the reliable sources, this we will do in our next lecture.